Good day sa inyo mga ka-chessmate. Welcome sa Frederick sa Dongdong's Corner. Isang matinding middle game tactics na naman ang ipapakita ko sa inyo ngayon. Ito ay sa laro nila Oleg Moiseev kontra kay Vladimir Simagin sa USSR Championship na ginanap sa Moscow noong 1951. Makikita sa diagram position na atakado ang itim na kabayo at isang square lamang ang pwede niyang takbuhan. Ito ay ang A6 square. Pero dito, isang spectacular move ang pinakawalan ni Simagin upang pagdesisyonin si Moiseev. Ito ay ang C5. Excellent move. Isang sacrifice na lilikha ng isang matinding atake laban sa puting hari. Tanggihan ang sacrifice ay imposible dahil pagtapos ng D takes C6, Knight takes C6, ang atake ay magpapatuloy na merong patas na material. So kaya Bishop takes F6, Queen takes F6, A takes B4, A takes B4, Knight B5. Tingnan natin ang iba pang depensa na ipinakita ni Simagin. If Knight A4 is a blunder because of Rook takes A4, Queen takes A4, Queen takes B2, checkmate. At kung mag Knight A2 naman, ay merong F3, good move. Knight takes F3, or if Bishop takes F3, Bishop H6 check. Rook D2, Queen D4, Knight D3, Bishop takes D3, wins for black. So take back natin ang posisyon. So kaya Knight takes F3, Bishop H6 check, Knight D2, Rook A3, excellent move. P takes A3, Queen A1 check, Queen B1, and then Queen takes B1, checkmate. Take back ulit ang posisyon. Bishop D3, Bishop D7, followed by Bishop A4, wins for black. At kung mag Knight B1 naman, ay meron pa rin F3. Knight takes F3, or Bishop takes F3, Bishop H6 check. Rook D2, Bishop takes D2 check. King takes D2, Bishop takes B1, wins easily. Or if Bishop D3, Bishop D7, Queen C2, Rook A2 with a winning position for black. So take back natin ang posisyon. So Knight takes F3, Rook A1, Knight F to D2, Queen G6, Rook HG1, Bishop H6, wins again for black. So take back natin ang posisyon. So kaya Knight B5 na lang si Moiseev. So after knight b5, black plays rook a1, check. King d2, f3, good move. Knight c2, or if rook takes a1, ay hindi pwede dahil may bishop h6, check. King d1, f takes e2, check. King takes e2, bishop g6, good move. f3, or if rook f1, queen f4, knight f3, rook e8, check. King d1, bishop h5, and wins for black. So take back natin ang posisyon. So f3, rook e8, check. King f1, or king d1, queen f4, and black is winning. So king f1, queen e5, queen d1, or if white plays knight g2, queen e2, check. King g1, bishop c2, good move. Rook e1, or if queen a2, bishop e3, check. King h2, bishop f4, check. King g1, rook g8, rook h2, bishop takes h2, check. King takes h2, and then queen takes g2, checkmate. So take back natin ang posisyon. Sa rook e1, queen takes e1, check. Knight takes e1, bishop takes b3 with a clear win for black. So kaya take back natin ang posisyon. So kaya queen d1. After queen d1, queen g3, knight g2, bishop e3, knight takes e3, or if queen e2, bishop d3, good move. Knight takes e3, rook takes e3, wins for black. So bishop e3, knight takes e3, rook takes e3, knight d4, c takes d4, queen takes d4, check. Rook e5, rook d1, or if white plays queen d1, rook e1, good move. Queen takes e1, bishop d3, check. Queen e2, queen takes f3, check. King g1, queen takes e2, rook h2, queen e3, check. Rook f2, bishop e4, rook a8, check. King g7, rook a to f8, queen g3, check. King f1, bishop d3, check. King e1, queen e3, check. King d1, bishop g6, good move. Rook 2, to F3, Queen D4, check. But not Bishop H5 because of Rook 8 to F7, check. King H6, Rook 7 to F6, check. King G5, Rook 6 to F5, check. King G6, or if King H6, Rook takes H5, wins for white. So, King G6, Rook F6 check with a perpetual check at tabla pa. So, take back natin ang posisyon. So, kaya Queen D4 check. After Queen D4, King E1, Queen takes B2 with an easy victory for black. So, take back natin ang posisyon. So, kaya Rook D1. After Rook D1, Queen takes F3 check. King G1, Bishop E4, Rook H2, Queen G3 check, King F1, and then Queen takes H2, wins for black. So yan, take back natin ang posisyon. So knight takes F3, Bishop H6 check, King E1, then Bishop C1, good move, avoiding exchange of rooks. So Rook G1, Rook B1, Queen A4, Queen takes B2, Knight takes D6, Queen C3 check, King F1, Bishop takes H3 check. So force Rook G2, Queen G7, Knight E1, Bishop takes G2 check, Knight takes G2, Queen H6, and wins for black. So take back ulit natin ang posisyon. Or Bishop takes F3, Bishop B1, good move, Knight C7, Bishop A2, Queen C2, Queen F4 check, King E2, Bishop takes C4 check, Rook D3, Bishop H6 with a sugswang position for white. Take back natin ang posisyon. Or if Bishop D3, Bishop H6 check, King C2, Rook takes D1, King takes D1, Queen G5, threatening mate, Queen C2, Rook A8 with a decisive advantage for black. So take back natin ang posisyon. So kaya nag-Knight C2. After Knight C2, Bishop takes C2, King takes C2, or if white plays Queen takes C2, F takes E2, Rook takes A1, Queen F4 check, King takes E2, Queen F3 check, mating quickly. So, take back natin ang posisyon. So, kaya, king takes c2, f takes e2. Good move. Rook takes a1, queen g6 check, king d2, at kung mag queen d3, e1, knight, check. Rook a takes e1, rook takes f2, check, and wins for black. So kaya king d2, bishop h6 check, queen e3. If white plays king takes e2, then queen e4 check, wins for black. Or if king e1, queen g2, wins again for black. So force queen e3. After queen e3, rook takes f2, rook h to e1, bishop takes e3 check, king takes e3, queen g3 check, king d2, queen f4 check. At dito na nag-resign si Moiseev dahil after king c2, queen takes c4 check, knight c3, b3 check, good move, king c1, queen f4 check, king b1, queen f5 check, knight e4, queen takes e4 check, king c1, and then queen takes c2, checkmate. So yan mga ka-chessmate, hanggang dito na lamang at hanggang sa susunod na video ulit. Maraming salamat sa mga nag-subscribe sa aking YouTube channel. At sa mga hindi pa nag-subscribe ay mag-subscribe na at pakiclick nyo na rin ang notification bell para maging updated kayo sa mga susunod ko pang videos. Thank you for watching.